Welcome. If you are looking for the most simple breakdown on how to become a profitable trader and also track your progress, get educated, but also set up your accounts and do everything the right way for you to have long-term success, this video is going to go over step by step exactly what you need to do, exactly what platforms you need to use, and most importantly, the best way for you to see long-term success when it comes to trading. Most people have a very difficult time when it comes to keeping track of all the things that they're doing inside of the market, and this oftentimes leads to issues, right? These issues lead to losses, and losses obviously lead to people quitting and no longer wanting to, pursue and seeing results and learning how to go ahead and trade inside the forex market, the crypto markets, the stock market, right? So what I want to go ahead and cover with you guys is exactly what you need to use and exactly which brokers, which platforms you're going to need on hand, ready to go for trading. Well, first we want to go ahead and go to TradeDNA.com. This is the trade journal and tracker that I recommend. The reason being is it has a lot of features that you cannot find anywhere else, but it's very simple and easy to use for beginners. You cannot grow what you do not track. And it's something that one of my mentors told me about 10 years ago when I got into this space. A lot of traders, they go ahead and they want to just throw money into things and kind of hope for the best, but they're not tracking their portfolio. They're not tracking their progress, their tendencies. They're not tracking their bad habits, their good habits, and they're not learning as they go. In my opinion, the number one platform when it comes to tracking, journaling, and even getting news and doing things such as back testing. Okay. Now, if you look here at the platform, what you can see is that this is a very simple layout that tells you everything that you need to know. Okay. From what's going on in the market, you have live news, you have also an economic calendar. You can use this with your stock account, your Forex account. You can use it with your prop firm. So it's not just limited to Forex trading. You can use this with essentially any broker. So you can track your progress. Okay. If we look even at the small things inside of the market that we tend to overlook, Trade DNA makes those things very clear. So, for example, you can actually use the chart tool on Trade DNA to see exactly what happened at a specific time and what caused the movement in the market. Okay, so if I come and I click on this specific candle, it'll break down and tell me exactly what happened in that time frame that caused movement. It'll tell me exactly where the price opened, what was the highest price it went to, right, the low, and where it closed. And it can show me exactly what happened. Employment rates, anything that's going on in the market, it will tell me exactly what happened. Okay. And the good thing about this is that I can actually also collab this with my journal and track how I was feeling, what I thought, why I took a trade, why I didn't take a trade, and start to track everything because now the AI will actually coach you up. So it's a journal, a coach, and a replay of exactly what happened. So think about it. It's not only trading and the skill, it's also the mentality that goes behind the average trader. So you can log your sleep, your stress, your focus, right? The levels that you feel. You can also connect this with your Whoop, your Aura Ring, your Apple Watch, and it'll actually tell you based on what happened that day with your health statistics, what happened with your trades, or if you were stressed, or if you may have been feeling some level of anxiety or not being able to focus. It'll show you exactly how that correlated, so you can stop following certain patterns when it comes to trading that are potentially causing you to lose. Every candle knows the news, so that news we can track it candle by candle, which is really good, and we can replay exactly what happened so that we can learn from those situations. Your AI coach, this is going to be something that everybody needs, and I think it's something that if I had this 10 years ago, I'd be in a way better position when it comes to trading. It's here now, so let's utilize it. An analyst who's read your entire journal, okay? Not a chatbot. TradeDNA has an AI coach that goes by the name of Helix, and it has read every trade you've taken, every candle, every journal entry you've written, and it tells you exactly where your edge is. Every number sourced back to your own data. So what you're doing well, what you're doing bad, when you trade well, what things you do well with, what pairs you do well with, right? Like your tendencies, it pretty much learns them, and it tells you exactly what your edge is, when you should be trading, right? What sessions you be trading, when are you losing the most money, right? All of these things that are super important for you to see long-term success. Okay. Now you can also drop a chart and then tells you exactly if it's a good setup or it's a bad setup, right? And it'll correlate it with whatever your plan is, right? Your trading plan. So whatever your account balance is or your prop firm balance is, and your history on those types of trades, it'll literally come up with something for you, right? That will tell you, hey, here's the key support and resistance levels, right? Here's what's going on. Trade with caution, potential 5 to 1. All of this stuff is here, right? Risk today, 3 out of 10. It'll tell you everything you need to know. So it's not a chatbot. This is an analyst with all of your data, right? And this is what I think people are missing. Okay, so we'll keep it simple. This is about $39 a month. You can actually get a trial code. I'll drop it inside of my description, so you guys can get 50% off on the pro plan, and that is a sponsorship that I have. So I'll drop that inside of the description, so you guys can get the access to that, and it is for life. So you will get 50% off for life. That is a promo that is going on right now. It will end within the next 30 days. Okay, so take advantage of that. Okay, now brokers, right? Brokers are going to be a huge part of trading, the main part, right? You need a broker in order to trade. So you have to have a brokerage account. You can't trade directly in the markets unless you go through a broker. Okay. There are three main apps. They'll be in the description as well that you see people talk about. Number one is going to be MetaTrader 4 or 5. Right. Number two is going to be what you see here as Trade Locker, right? Trade Locker. And the third one is going to be something called Act Trader, ACT Trader. You'll find those all on the App Store. The bonus that you can use is something called Pocket Option, where you can actually go and you can connect MT4 or your MT5 account here, and you can use this desktop trader as well. Okay, but real quick, I want to show you guys Trade Locker, MetaTrader 4, all of them. In order to log into them, deposit money, and actually trade, you need to have a broker. So the first broker that I'm going to recommend to you guys, they also have a 200% bonus at the moment. You can use code Magno200. I will give that to you guys in the description as well. Is Magno FX. I haven't had any issues with them. I have a lot of students that are trading with them as well. Withdrawals super fast, usually within 24 hours. Spreads are really good. Leverage is 1 to 500. Minimum deposit is $15. So you can start trading with as little as $15, and you can trade Forex pairs, gold, and crypto. Okay, with the 200% bonus. They also have a web trader. Okay, so you can also use their pretty much internet trading platform, as you can see, which is really cool. Because if I'm not trading on the go, I like to trade. They use Act Trader, but I like personally to trade on the computer. So not a lot of brokers have this. Okay, that is the first broker that I recommend. They are their own platform as far as the web, but mobile they use something called Act Trader. Now, if you want to use if you want to use Trade Locker, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna use. I recommend Hero FX, but you can use any of these as well. Clarity FX is really good. Crucial Markets as well. As you can see, the minimum deposits for all of these, for the most part, are about $5 to $10. Okay, which is really good if you want to start small, just test things out. You can use any of these brokers. The links will be inside of the description, where you can get a bonus of up to 200% with some of them. Okay. The third one I'm going to give you is Henko Trade. Henko Trade is really good as well. I recommend having multiple different brokers, and you can have small accounts with different goals on each broker. So, for example, Henko Trade is the platform that I use to build and grow accounts. Magno is also the same, but I hold positions longer on Henko, and Magno I use to do just regular day trading, where I'm, maybe 3 to 4 hours is the longest I'm holding a position. I use Magno specifically for that. And then I use FX Glory if I want to do a big flip. Reason being is they have 1 to 3,000 leverage, which honestly I don't think you can get anywhere else. So if you're someone who wants to kind of like gamble and, trade in the market, but take maybe, $100 or $50 and be able to place a bigger position, which you wouldn't be able to do on other brokers because the leverage doesn't allow you to, this is the platform that I use. FX Glory has been around for since the beginning of, when I started trading, which was almost 10 years ago, and they've never given me an issue. Payouts, I mean, my highest payout here has been over $30,000. Came in about 48 hours. So very good platform. Highly recommended. They also have a web trader, and they also use MetaTrader 4 and 5. And as you can see, if you click the link in the description, you will get a 50% bonus on each deposit. So if you deposit $100, you'll get an extra 50, so you'll now have 150. And they have really good spreads as well. Very good broker, and they still use MT4 and MT5. Lastly, Pocket Option as well. There will be a link for this in the description. If you want to trade binary options, which is time-based trading, as you can see here, right? It'll tell you 5 seconds, 4 seconds. If your price or your entry is above, as you can see right here, you will win whatever the payout is for that stock or that currency pair. They have commodities, stocks, indices, and crypto as well. Okay, really good platform as well. Now, for marking up charts and looking at the markets, what I recommend is TradingView. I recommend also getting a subscription and getting a paid plan for this, so that you are not limited to what you can do. TradingView is the main app that you'll use to follow, analyze, and mark up charts. So this can be used for stocks. This can be used for literally anything. You also have news. You can have your watch list. You can have everything here that you want to keep an eye on. So if you want to look at what's going on with Tesla or Netflix or U.S. oil, the price of gold, all of this stuff is here. And eventually, when you come up with your own strategy or you use a strategy that you like, you'll be able to pre-save your indicators and things of that nature on this platform. Okay. Now let's jump into creating an account. Very simply put, what we're gonna do is when we go to Trade DNA, you're gonna go ahead and click Get Started, and the first thing that you're gonna do. So let's jump into creating accounts. The first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and create your Trade DNA account. You're gonna click on Get Started, put your email in. If you want to figure out what your trade style is before you go in, you can go to Features. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna create our account. I'm gonna go ahead and click on Get Started. But before we do that, if you want to see how it works, what you can do is you can actually take a test down here, right, and click Get Started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to create our journal. This is the most important thing that you need. This is a non-negotiable. You need this because this is going to track everything for you and coach you up as you go. Okay. So we're going to click on Get Started. You're going to put your email, your password, create your account. Once you do that, you're going to go ahead and you're going to choose the Pro Pack, which, like I said, if you click on the description, you will get a promo code to get you 50% off. This is everything you need. If you are at a different level or using prop firms and things like that, you can go ahead and get quant. Okay, so it's really good as well. This is built to help you pass your funded challenges with different prop firms. Okay, but if you're just trading and getting started, you can go ahead and choose the pro plan. That's what I highly recommend for you to take and utilize. Okay, once you create your trade DNA, you're gonna log in. You're gonna be able to come to this main page here, and it's gonna tell you up top main. Okay, you can go ahead and you click add account. Now you can go ahead and connect your broker. So like I said, you can connect Henko, you can connect Magno, you can just connect your ActTrader, which is your entire trading platform, MetaTrader, Robinhood. You can do E-Trade, pretty much anything at all. You can also connect your trading view strategy so that your alerts can come through here as well. So if you have any alerts set in your strategy, you can get them all through here. You can see all your deposits, everything here. Okay, perfect. So now once you connect that, you'll come to the main dashboard. Okay, aside from that, you have a bunch of different tools, such as in here your position size calculator. You have your risk reward calculator, right? Which is really going to be helpful to make sure that you make money overall, even with your losses. Okay, your consistency rule for your prop firms, your compounding, right? This is to help you grow your account, drawdown recovery, all this stuff is here. And then you have your fundamentals, right? This is where you can see all the news, things that are going on that are pushing the market, that are affecting certain currencies that you already trade, right? So now you see news that will also be affecting mainly what you trade, right? So these things help you cut out all the noise and really focus on what is going to be super useful to you and what you're trying to accomplish. Okay, all of this stuff is here. You have your trade desk. You can go ahead and back test. And like I said, if I go ahead and click on a candle, it'll open up all the news behind this candle. It'll show me exactly what I need to know. Just a few seconds, and it will open up everything and tell you exactly what happened that made all of this movement go ahead in this range. Okay, all your trades can be tracked here as well. This is a account that I am literally looking to grow in a flip challenge. And you guys can actually get access to that flip challenge as well in the description. There's Telegram in there as well. We'll be giving out free signals and things like that. And some of the top traders that I know will also be giving out trades as well. You have your journal. Journals directly here. You can tell your journal exactly what happened. How did you sleep on a scale from 1 to 10? Did you get good sleep? Were you feeling stressed? Were you feeling focused? All of this stuff is going to go into, Helix being able to tell you what's best for you and help you go ahead and get back on the right track. Okay, and now as you can see, Helix will tell me exactly what I need to know, right, based off of what I've input into my journal. So that's why journaling is super important for you, so that you can get actual coaching from Helix on a day-to-day. Okay, now this is Trade DNA. This is the best thing for you to utilize. I'll also put a training inside of the description that breaks down Trade DNA in full for a full setup video, so you guys can go ahead and utilize it to the fullest extent. Okay, now next, what we want to go over is how to open up a trading account. Okay, this is very simple, but it can be tedious if you are new, so pay close attention. You're going to click the link in the description, and the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and click on open account now. If you want to watch a demo, you can go ahead and watch a demo video that explains how to set it up step by step if this video doesn't help you enough. Okay, so open account now. It is going to bring you to this page here, and you're going to just fill out your information: first, last, number, email, password, and confirm password. More than likely, it's going to ask you to use an authenticator account. You can use Google Authenticator, and that'll be so that every time you log in, it'll give you a code, 2FA. Use that code to log in. After you create your account, you're going to go ahead and you're going to go to My Accounts. From here, you're going to go on Create Account, and you're going to choose Live Account. Now, if you want a practice account, that is great. You can click a demo account, cool. But Live Account is where you'll be able to deposit real money. For the platform, you're going to make sure it says MFX, USD, or whatever currency. If you're from Europe, you're going to use Euro, Canada, use the Canadian dollar. If you want to use crypto, you can use Bitcoin, cool. Leverage 1 to 500, and then you're going to put your password, okay? Confirm and create. Once you do that, it's going to send you an email with your login information. That login information is going to be how you get in to ActTrader, right? How you log into ActTrader. If you need more help and you want breakdowns and help with getting all this stuff set up, join the Telegram chat in the description, and I'll be more than glad to help you. You can also comment or reach out to me on social media. I'll be more than glad to help you, no problem. And it's the same exact process for all of these. Create account, and then you go in and you make an account for trading. Now, for funding, uploading, and withdrawing money, you're going to use one of 3 platforms. One is, of course, Coinbase. 2 is MoonPay, and 3 is Crypto.com. Or you can even use Cash App, which is probably very simple for most people. And this is everything that you need for getting started in trading, and most importantly, putting yourself in the best position to succeed when it comes to trading. All right. If you have any questions, feel free to ask inside of the description or reach out on social media. I'd be more than glad to help you guys. We're doing a flip challenge as well. So if you join the Telegram chat, you'll get access to free signals, free education, and most importantly, free live training calls. There is no upsell. There is no back end. This is simply something that we do and something that we built out to help grow this community of people that are looking to trade, and most importantly, people that are looking to have success long term with trading. So if you got value from this video, please go ahead and drop a like, comment, and subscribe. More videos like this will be coming to help you guys really take things to the next level. Catch you guys in the next one.